Hello, good morning students. In today's lecture, we are going to proceed whatever we had done yesterday. I think you remember the last point yesterday we discussed was what interval of elements of the set, and just recall it. It was closed interval, open closed interval, and closed open interval. Now after this, we are coming to next thing. Cardinal number of a set. What is it? Cardinal number of a set is what? Means a set, number of elements in a set. Cardinal number, the number of elements found in a set. Suppose I am taking number of elements found in a set. For example, let we have a set A containing A, E, I, O, U. Then how many elements are? We have 5 elements. So we write Na is equal to 5. Suppose we have -1, 0, 1 and 2. This is set B. How many elements are there? 4 elements. So we write NB. NB is equal to 4. So number of elements found in a set is called cardinal number of a set. Is it? Now we are coming to next point. Universal set. Universal set. Universal set is also a set which contains all kinds of sets in it of its own kind. Try to understand. Universal set which contains all the sets of its own kind. For example, we have a set of polygons. We have a set of polygons, means the figure formed by the sides, and we have a set A, set of triangles, a set B, set of quadrilaterals, a set C, set of pentagons, a set D, a set of trapezia, and so on. So all these sets are formed by the elements that are formed by the sides. And what is universal set? Universal set is set of all polygons. So you see all these sets which I named are found in this set of polygon. So this set of polygon is called universal set of the set. For example, one more example, I am telling you A is a set U is noted as universal set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is universal set containing the natural numbers up to 10. So this is universal set. Suppose we are taking a set A. It contains 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We have a set B. We have 2, 4, 6, 8. We have a set C. This is 2, 3, 5, 7. A set D. We have 7, 8, 9. For example, these are the examples. So see, clearly you see that all the elements of A are found in U. Elements of B are found in U, elements of C are found in U, elements of D are found in U, means this is the set which contains all these sets in it because they are of own kind. Means all these sets are subset of this set, then this set is called universal set. This set is called universal set. Now, after this we have complement of sets. Complement of sets. What is complement of sets? For finding the complement of sets, we need to have universal set and another set. Universal set and another set. So what is complement of the set? A set is given, universal set is given when the elements of a set are removed from universal set, the elements left behind are called the complement of the set. Like we have a set U containing 1, 2, 3 to 10. And a set we have A 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have a set B 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We have a set C containing 2, 3, 5, 7 and so on. So this is universal set. These are the complement of the sets. So when we are going to find the complement of the set, we remove the element of the set from universal set, and whatever the elements left behind are called the complement of the set. Like this is noted as A dash or A and a small c is noted on this. This mentions complement of the set. So see, in universal set we have all 10 natural numbers from beginning, and in set we have even natural numbers less than or equal to 10. So what are left? It is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. B dash, we have all odd integers, odd natural numbers. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have C dash, means these are prime numbers, so 1 and all other composite numbers will be left. We have 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. These are C dash. Now let's see, if any element is found in a set, try to understand, if any element is found in a set, then those elements will not be found in its complement. Check it. If any element is found in the set, those elements will not be found in its complement. See, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is found in set A, then these elements are not found in its complement. Here 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are found in B, so these elements are not found in B dash. Here 2, 3, 5, 7 are found in C, then these elements are not found in C dash. So clearly, if any element is found in a set, then this will not be found in its complement, and if element is found in its complement, this will not be found in a set. Clear? Now let's see De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law. De Morgan's law, you are already familiar about this. First, we have if A union B whole complement, then this will be the complement of A intersection complement of B. And second one is if we have A intersection B whole complement, then this will be A complement union B complement. So these are first and second are the De Morgan's law, and it has been proved in my regular classes, so you can follow it. So very important theorem it is, De Morgan's law, you have to see it. Is it? Now let's see the Venn diagram. Venn diagram. Venn diagrams. For Venn diagrams, I would like to tell you, universal set is required. For Venn diagram, universal set is required and other sets also. So for universal set, we use rectangle, and for sets we use circle or oval. So we have different cases in Venn diagram. I am writing, let A and B are non-empty sets. Non-empty sets, and U be the universal set. Then we have different cases. The first one is when A and B are disjoint. A and B are disjoint, and you are aware about disjoint sets. What are disjoint sets? The two sets having no common elements in it. Two sets having no common element in it. So let's see the Venn diagram for this. This is U, and this one is suppose set A, and this one is suppose set B. There is no common element between A and B, so both the sets A and B are separated because they don't have common elements. Second case, when A is subset of B. What does it mean? Means all the elements of A are found in B. So let's see its Venn diagram. This is universal set. This is set B, and this one is set A. Means all the elements of A are found in B, so this is A is subset of B. This is what? A is subset of B. Third case, when B is subset of A, means all the elements of B are found in A. For this, what is Venn diagram? This is universal set. This one is set A, and this one is set B. See, the elements of B are found in A, so this is B is subset of A. So all these about when the sets are disjoint, the two circles or two ovals are separated. When A is subset of B, then elements of A are found in B. When B is subset of A, elements of B are found in A. So this is B is subset of A. Now the cases when A and B are not disjoint, then when A and B are not disjoint, when A and B are not disjoint, it means what? They must have some common elements in it. So let's see the diagram. This is universal set. This one is set A. This one is set B. Is it? Not disjoint means thus they must have some common elements. So this portion of circles which is common in both the circles is what? Common portion. This is A intersection B. Is it? Now if we are having shading this portion C, shaded portion, this is the portion of set A not included in B. So what is this? This is A minus B, elements of A which are not found in B, and suppose this one I am shading with this help of lines. This one is what? This one is elements of B which are not found in A, B minus A. Now what is called this complete figure? Complete figure is what? This is what? A union B. This is A union B, and the portion which is outside the circles, the portion which is outside the circle, total combined circles is what? A union B, and the portion which is outside the circle is what? A union B complement, A union B complement. And if we talk about the cardinal number, so we can write here NA minus B, we can write here NA minus B, we can write here NB minus A. Means here number of elements found in the portions. So this is all about today's lecture. Now we shall see some more facts about the set, formula, and some additional questions in the next lecture. Okay, till then, God bless you and thank you very much.